When Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them was announced, I was skeptical. Being a lifelong Harry Potter fan, I wasn't sure if they could strike gold twice. I mean, Harry Potter defined a generation, and whether you enjoy the books or movies more, they both have magic inside them, and that is incredibly tough to replicate. When you add the fact that it's a prequel, which hasn't worked out the greatest for other franchises that I love, my skepticism wasn't going away. I mean, it wasn't all bad. J.K. Rowling was going to write the movie, meaning we wouldn't have a cursed child scenario. Plus, David Yates was returning after directing the last 4 Harry Potter films. They were expanding the Wizarding world, and a talented cast was announced to play new characters. Luckily, we know that Fantastic Beasts now is not a failure. And although I feel that Fantastic Beasts is yet to touch the level of Harry Potter, what we got from J.K. Rowling was a lot different than I was expecting. I was hoping the story would be completely disconnected from Harry Potter in order to keep my love for the original story untarnished by this one, and I was hoping for a much smaller story, which was less about a massive evil trying to take over the world. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. The story started off small, but ended up snowballing bigger and bigger, until we got the reveal of the major villain, Gellert Grindelwald. Not only is he a massive big bad evil in the Harry Potter universe, but he's a major connection to the original Harry Potter story. The story was everything I hoped it wouldn't be, but somehow, I still enjoyed the movie. So why? Well, have you ever heard that there's only a handful of stories and they're just being recycled over and over again? Well, that's pretty much true. And for the fantasy adventure genre, it's the hero's journey. And yes, Fantastic Beasts does fit that bill. But so does Harry Potter and Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and about half of the other movies produced by Hollywood these days. Heck, every superhero film is molded that way as well, but they all kind of fit that stereotype and that mold in that story. Yes, I think the story matters, but more important to me is the characters. Personally, I would rather watch interesting people rather than an interesting story. It's the characters that tie everything together for me. I could watch people sitting in a room doing nothing, as long as they're interesting and have something to say. It's the reason why I hate most action movies. Not because I'm looking for some revolutionary plot, but because these characters are so thin and they aren't the focus. They're just a way to get the story from A to B. The characters in Harry Potter and other films that I mentioned are fully fleshed out with a purpose. They have strengths and flaws, but they do all fit the same bill. The unlikely hero that finds his or her way and grows into being the hero. Fantastic Beasts is different. Yes, Newt is an unlikely hero, but by no means is he the typical hero. If you boil down the traits of a generic hero in Hollywood, you're gonna hear things like strong-willed, brave, selfless, caring, all things that Newt is. But when it comes to a hero's personality, Newt stands out like a sore thumb. Newt Scamander is an introvert who much prefers the company of his Fantastic Beasts to others. This is far different to the normal hero dynamic, who usually is charismatic to win over the audience. J.K. Rowling broke the mold of the hero when creating Newt Scamander. She didn't care about creating a classic hero, or even care about how the audience perceived him. Instead, she formed a fully realized, interesting character. I mean, look at Newt's mannerisms when interacting with others. He's avoiding eye contact, he has scattered nervous speech, and is awkward. You can even see this in the way he walks. He is quiet, vulnerable, and he doesn't have a dominating physical presence. He is everything you normally don't see in a hero. I mean, Newt kind of even says it himself.
People like you, don't they, Mr. Klasky?
Oh. Well, I'm sure people like you too, huh?
Not really, no. I annoy people.
And he chooses Kowalski to join him on his quest simply because he likes him, and he simply wants a friend. This says so much about him. Normally the hero goes through their journey and just picks up friends and acquaintances along the way. Other than maybe the potential love interest, they have no trouble interacting with others. Newt has so much trouble that when he sees a potential friend, he doesn't want to let him go. Now, I should mention that many heroes start off as that awkward kid in the class, or the one who's too timid or too shy to interact with others. But they overcome that trait, and they turn into a different person, the person that they were meant to be. Newt does the opposite. He shows us a hero can come in any shape or size. His personality and traits aren't something to overcome, but rather something he's proud of. This is the way Newt is. And he's always a hero in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. He shows it in his empathy and the care of the creatures. There isn't a massive change of personality. Newt is just Newt. And his social anxieties aren't a crutch that holds him back. They're a part of him. He's just simply himself through the film. This is one of the main reasons that I think Fantastic Beasts is elevated to another level, and it stands apart from a lot of other movies. J.K. Rowling and Newt Scamander show us that no matter who you are, you don't have to change to be the hero of the story.
So sorry, how would you feel if I gave you your copy in person?
I like that.
So what do you think? Do you think Newt Scamander is awkwardly charming like I do? And do you feel like he reclassified the word hero? Special thanks goes to my patrons. Thank you so much for your support, guys. And thank you Adam Gray, Jeremy Jacobs, Jenny Edwards, Jeremy Robson, Gabe Marchanda, Trevor Cowan, Gunnar Legland, Colleen West, Jar Khalifa, Estet Hamzaj, Marco Perry, Roland, and newcomers Aidan McShane and Shalon Hudson. Thank you so much for your support, guys. As always, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.